Welcome back, everybody. 8:35 here on your Thursday morning. Anybody who loves animals and the Detroit Zoo, although you can barely see it through the haze on Thursday morning, you need to pay close attention. Tonight, right here on Local 4 Plus, we are debuting a brand new program called Detroit Zoo Inside and Out. If you've ever wondered what happens behind the gates and the doors where only the zookeepers get to go, now you get to find out.
So Tamba is a little bit bigger than Jasiri. He has fuzzier ears. His horns are much larger, and Tamba's primary horn, which is the bottom one, is got a little bit of a crack. So that is how you would tell them apart. I think I've been working with the rhinos about 5 years. So in the morning, they get fed their breakfast, so I come in and check them. You want breakfast? The rhinos are separated overnight. They kind of swap, taking turns in the middle stall, which is their favorite stall. So this is just where they spend the night together. Audrey just loves attention, don't you? So this is a way to get him to move to different areas. So I could move down there and say target, and then he would come and put his nose to it. He also does a really great open mouth behavior, so we can kind of see what's going on in there. Tamba, open! Open! Good! Open! Good boy. I'm gonna open.
Well, joining me this morning is a face you're going to become very familiar with on that show, Detroit Zoo Inside and Out. Randy Hamilton is the Chief Experience Officer with the zoo. I spent about 5 minutes just kind of scrubbing through the show this morning before I had to get on the here at the set. And within those 5 minutes, I learned that rhinos always poop in the same spot.
They do.
So you're going to learn something, in fact, a lot of things by watching this show. Just kind of tell us the thought process behind this, because it's a really great show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you said, the opportunity to take people behind the scenes, you know, our visitors do not get that chance every day. And not only the behind the scenes at the Nature Center and at the zoo, but there's also incredible stories about the work that we do in our community and across the globe. And not everyone can travel with us to those places, so we get to share those stories as well. And that was the driver.
Give me a couple of tidbits. What are some fun facts that people don't know or don't get to see?
Sure. So first of all, the type of diets that animals have, how much they eat, what do we do with everything afterwards. Those will be things that we learn throughout our series. But tonight, there's going to be a lot that's learned about not only the expert care that goes into animals such as the rhinoceros, but we get a chance to talk about the 2 cassowaries that currently live at the zoo. They're an amazing bird.
I've heard that they're also like a very dangerous bird, aren't they?
They are a dangerous bird, and they're closely related to the dinosaur.
You have dinosaurs at the
Dinosaur birds, as my children would say. But yes, it's incredible.
So this is going to be a monthly show, right? So we get to meet all the animals, all the zookeepers, and the zookeepers are your unsung heroes, aren't they?
They are incredible. I mean, the fact that, the chance for them to come in every single day, provide such thoughtful and expert care to those animals, really pay attention to their well-being, how can they thrive? They're amazing. I just am always in awe of the team that works there.
Yeah. And for you, I'm just curious, this is, it's an interesting realm to go from what you do to producing a television show with cameras and all that. What's it been like for you to kind of switch hats and work on a show instead of just working inside the zoo?
You know, it's been just a great adventure. I mean, the team has been wonderful to work with from WDIV, and
we got a pretty decent team here.
Yeah, pretty great team. But I think it's been a really awesome journey for our team as well to be able to showcase what they do. It's not seen, it's not regularly seen, and there's also a lot of stories that we can't tell because there's just not time. Or when you're there for a visit, it's just not the time or place to always have those conversations. So we get to dive deeper, and that's super exciting for us.
So in fact, you just mentioned this, but what was the name of this bird again?
The cassowary.
The cassowary. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Why is it so dangerous?
So it is one of the largest birds.
Okay.
It also has very long talons, and it is a carnivore.
Okay.
So, there are a lot of features of this bird that if you were not thoughtful about the care or how you were coming close to an animal like that, it could be dangerous for you. But you know what? Here at the zoo, we have a lot of great care and a lot of protocols in place because
Jurassic
we want to
Park-esque
connect.
protocols.
But we want to connect people to the beauty of nature in many ways.
right,
So, people can't see that in real life, and they get to see it at the zoo instead.
And I think that's part of one of the most exciting things here too. I am a huge behind the scenes buff. I love seeing and learning things that we don't normally get to see.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the best part of the show is that you'll get to see all the amazing people and things that happen that you wouldn't even think about.
Absolutely. And, there's going to be a story that I'm not going to share all the details
Wait.
right now.
Okay.
I can't. It's a teaser, but there is a very, very special, small and amazing but mighty animal that we'll share stories about that you don't always get to hear about, and we'll share more later.
Okay, so I could be wrong here, but I think I saw a little portion of that. And I think it's okay to say that there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes, including preserving some species, right?
Absolutely. Saving species is at the heart of everything we do. Conservation is important to our mission. It's how we really drive that needle across the globe and here in our home state too. So we're very excited to share those stories.
And I think what's cool about that too is that, again, from the visitor's perspective, the zoo is a place that you can go, bring your family, bring your friends, and see the animals. But the work behind the scenes, not just taking care of the animals, but as we just mentioned, working on saving species and doing the things that people wouldn't even think about. I mean, there's even research, isn't there?
Absolutely. We have an incredible research team, care experts that not only observe the well-being of the animals that live at the zoo,
Right.
but they deep dive into, what's happening with gorillas, what's happening with heart health among gorillas, what's happening with other species across the globe. We participate in studies for penguins in the Falkland Islands.
Okay.
And we recently had another release of piping plovers on the beaches of Michigan. So a lot of incredible research and work goes into the day-to-day.
Okay, all right, so tell us more about the show then. It's going to be, I think it's an hour long, right?
Actually, this one's about 25 minutes.
Okay, we'll
25
make them
20
longer if we
minutes.
want to then.
Let us know if you want it to be longer.
It's going to be tonight at 8 o'clock right here on Local 4 Plus. And I know you don't want to give everything away.
Right.
But outside of tonight's episode, again, a monthly show, what else will we be seeing and
Sure.
doing?
We're going to, as I mentioned, learn more about animal diets
Yep.
and what goes into the development and serving of those of those diets. We're going to share more about the events that we put on at the zoo. All of the events that we have, such as Zubu right now, anybody who visits and attends those events, their ticket prices and sales go towards the care of the animals and the
Okay.
research we provide. And then on top of that, we'll share more about wildlights. How does that come to life?
Oh
What
my
makes
gosh.
that happen?
Right,
And
that's
that's
a whole
become
thing,
a
isn't
whole
it?
tradition in our community. And then beyond that, what are we doing here in our own backyards? We're going to share a lot about the community programs we're part of.
Okay.
A lot of the partnerships we have here and at the Belle Isle Nature Center. And we're also going to take a trip down to the Nature Center, and you'll get to see more about that as well on Belle Isle.
Okay, most important question.
Yes.
How do I become a guest zookeeper?
Well, I think we'll just have to talk about that a little bit later. But what I will say is we have some.
So I'm trying to hold her to it here live.
We have some amazing experiences, though, such as the Mingle with the Macaronis. You can have breakfast with your favorite animal. And those programs are available through our website. And when you do sign up for those or reach out to us, you get a lot of quality time with our keepers, and they share stories about those animals.
Very cool. Randy, thank you so much. I can't wait for the debut tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Very cool, very cool.